wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gab. That is Dalethea. I am Travis, and it's Wednesday, and that means it is time for Wednesday night Dynamite.
AEW Day, everybody.
AEW for all the people that don't know.
It's AEW Day. That kind of wrestling.
Yeah.
That type of wrestling is on right now.
Yeah.
Anyways, we got Aaron out there. Hey, Aaron.
Yeah.
We've got Walter. Hey, Walter.
Sophie in
We
here.
have Sophie. Yay.
Yeah.
Sophie says we're 24 days away from Christmas.
We are.
Hello. Walter says CM Punk. And Aaron's like, it's almost time. And Walter said Ruby Soho in a match tonight.
Yeah, with Chris Statlander, the alien.
This is for whatchamacallit, though, right?
Huh?
It's for the, what do you call it?
The women's TNT title.
Yeah, that thing.
Yes.
It's for
Another television championship, but the females. That's what we'll go. That's what we'll call
Randy
it.
Polo's in the chat. Hey, Randy, how's
Hey,
it going?
Randy.
Hey, Wrestling Cab, dropped a like. Got to go now. See you Friday. Thanks, Randy. We'll
Thank
see you on Friday, bud.
We appreciate you. So he is going to be filling in for JR.
Who is?
He
Adam?
is going to be filling in for JR. Mr. Adam Hangman Page.
Really? He's going to fill in, huh? For this one, though, right? He is unschooled in the art of barbecue. It said it.
He's got some big shoes to fill, but he's got Tony Schiavone next to him who has umpteen years of experience. Not to mention Ricochet or whatever his name is. Excalibur can do pretty good on his own. So
Yes.
it's all good from Diego to the Bay. If your city is the bomb, then your city make a pay. Throw up a finger if y'all feel the same way. Yeah! All right, Daniel Bryan's starting it out, and he's going up against Alan something, number 5 in the Dark Order.
That's really nice. Is he going to have words to say to Adam Page, and Adam Page is going to have to leave for the night?
So Adam Page, if he goes to ringside, will be fined, and there'll be other consequences. He will not leave the announcer booth. Now, if Mr. Bryan walks up to him, maybe there's some other rules, but he is not allowed to go to ringside.
So Sophie says, what does everybody want for Christmas this year? World peace. Walter says Hangman Page will do commentary. Sophie says Jim Ross will be gone for a while to take care of skin cancer.
Yeah,
Yes.
22 days. He has to do it 22 days in a row, his treatment.
And Walter
So he's
says-
hoping to be back on that Wednesday right after Christmas.
Wow. And Walter says Bryan Danielson for the win.
The dub. What's his name? Alan something? Oh, they brought that little kid out there with them again.
Ugh.
5 Angels. Oh,
Alan's Angel. Nobody knows these people.
nobody knows the people I've seen. Little fight after the match last week.
He just had a fight, that's why.
Anna Jay looked pretty good, and she is definitely not dressed to wrestle, so there's that.
She might not be wrestling.
She
Or
is not wrestling.
She might be wrestling later. She always change her clothes, you know. And Sophie says they announced Battle of the Belts for January 8th, 2022, and that special is rumored to be an hour.
They're calling it Battle of the Belts. That's pretty cool. I don't understand how they can have a Battle of Belts, but...
Isn't that on a Saturday?
The second Saturday of the month. The only thing we don't have in January is the 15th yet. Nothing going on the 15th as of yet.
Good.
Pretty much every other Saturday is full. All right, Daniel's sitting on his back. Alan Angel, or Angels.
Alan Angels.
It's a terrible name. How do you expect to succeed in wrestling if you come up with dumb names? You know what I mean? Like, I say it all the time. There's just certain people that have certain names that can never succeed, and it's because of their name. And, I mean, obviously, he is talent level, right? But, like that Bobby Fish.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be a fish and be a champion.
No. That only works in baseball.
I mean, if he wants to change his last name to, like, Marlin or something. Bobby Marlin. What kind of fish is he? Like a guppy? Whoa!
I think he's a bottom feeder fish.
Like a sucker?
Like a catfish. He's a catfish. That's what he is.
Cool. That would even be a better name, right?
He's a catfish.
Isn't that a thing where you talk to people on the internet?
And you pretend you're something, but you're not.
Daniel just got chopped hard.
Be cool as
might have taken his breath away from him
anymore. He was kind of catfished by somebody in Africa.
Yes.
Vindicator's in the chat. Hey, Vin. So,
Vin.
Travis, I'm guessing you don't inform Dalethea of your thumbnails before posting them. LOL. I'm sure she would not approve of a certain individual being there.
It's fine. And no, I don't talk to her about my the thumbnails.
Because you have CM Punk on it?
I do.
I don't care. You guys all love him.
Who doesn't love CM Punk?
In love with him and want to marry him and have his babies and shit. You guys are gross.
We're dudes.
You still want to marry him and have his babies.
I'm okay with not marrying CM Punk.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
He's married. I don't want to ruin his happy home. Oh, there's a big chop from Daniel. So, I don't know if he's Daniel. I don't know what his name is. Brian Danielson? Is that it? Or is it Daniel Bryanson? Danielson.
It's Brian Danielson.
Brian Danielson.
I always call him Daniel Bryanson. That's my bad. So this is, I don't know how they would make a special hour instead of 2 hours, especially. It is supposed to be like a pay-per-view or TV, and it will be 3 days after they officially move to TBS.
Hey, I'm okay with it. Why not? An hour is fine. It's quick. It's easy. It's simplistic.
It's just like their Rampage stuff. What difference does it make?
Well, Rampage wouldn't be a big deal if it wasn't on right after a 2-hour show, so then it turns it into a Raw. Mm-hmm. Although it does pick up when Rampage starts because it's quick moving. Most of the time. When you have Daniel Bryan starting out your show, it's a very slow, methodical match. And we don't get into a lot of it because it's so slow and he's standing there with his arms up in the air. You know what I mean? Like, there's not a lot of action when Daniel's in there. But usually, or it used to be, it moved pretty quick. But since they brought in CM Punk and Daniel Bryan, it's slowed down. 1, 2, and Angels almost had him. Mm-hmm. We'll get his name. Dude's probably never been on TV before. I don't think I've ever seen number 5 wrestle under his name.
I don't think he's done it under his name.
I wonder if he's wore a mask in the past because I just don't remember this guy.
I don't think he's the mask wearer.
I know 10's a mask wearer, and I know 1's a mask wearer.
Yeah, but Vindicator says Bobby is a flounder. And somebody says I thought when they announced their move to the TBS and Rampage thing on TNT, they would have a lot of time to prepare for a special for TNT. Right,
yeah, but how much time do you want them to spend on it if it's a title champion match? There's only, 3 champions, 4 champions? Mm-hmm. You're going to have 2 television champions, tag team champion, and a world champion.
And how is there going to be a battle of the belts?
Angels? Well, that's what I don't understand.
Like,
unless they bring in another company again. Please don't. All right. Alan Angels. Going up top.
He's doing it.
He's acting like Ricochet.
Rally's in the chat. Hey,
Whoa.
Rally. How's it going? Says hi, Dalethea, Travis.
2.
So many good matches tonight. Can't wait to see Chris versus Ruby.
Yes.
Soho, TBS Tournament, Wonder Who win, going for Ruby.
You know what's
Love stream is always all the way over here in the UK at 1:10 a.m.
Hell yeah. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Rally, for being here. We
do appreciate it. You know what's funny is that Ruby has been named on WWE and it upset a few people because they keep bringing up her name.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't understand why people are getting so upset about it.
She's still a person.
And she has a job.
Yeah.
What, are they not paying her over in AEW? Like, if she got released and she's making the same or more, good for her. Or even if she's doing it for 10% less, that's fine. Take a pay cut. Daniel's just stomp it on Alan's head.
She's in a huge tournament.
Yeah, she's still working. Now the other one, not so much, but her husband's working. They're in WWE. That's probably who was upset.
She had a baby. It's different.
Well, yeah, but she got released before that. Daniel just tore his knee out of socket. Won this one. He's not going to let go. Now, will Hangman come down or not?
He doesn't need to.
Send Anna Jay down there. You got to stay professional like Tony Schiavone.
The Dark Order people should have came down. It's just stupid.
Hey, look.
They always do. That guy has a really nice time. He goes, I love my wife.
Is that what he said? I left my wife. So it's like Christmas. Wonder if she knows. She does now. She's watching AEW TV.
Just kidding.
That's a true question.
Sophie says this week Big Swole left AEW, that in a way the first AEW superstar to leave the company.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, so for whatever personal reason she has.
So I don't know. It is what it is. I'm going to shut up. The only thing I was going to say there is superstar. Like, I feel like to be a superstar, you have to be decent or even good.
Right.
But they do. They call all the wrestlers superstars, so I get it.
They're trying to give them all participation trophies.
If anything, she's a lackluster star. They was never really used, never utilized.
Says with an hour show, sometimes they don't have time for everybody on TV. Well, if
they don't need
have
everybody.
Talking segments.
Yeah,
see,
Daniel's taking time away from younger competitors now. But it is to build up to Adam Page.
Raleigh says, I like the Dark Order. They're all really good in the ring. I watch them on AEW Dark. They're on every week.
Yes.
It got edited on YouTube, WWE, of Liv saying it. Did you see Becky's live promo Friends released?
No, I haven't looked at it.
We saw it when we were watching it, yes. But have we went back and watched it again? No.
Well, if I watch it on my DVR, it's the same one.
Yes. It is.
But if you go watch it on YouTube, they probably took it out.
Walter says, good win for Brian. Minicure says, Travis, I think you have bigger muscles than Danielle Danny McDanielson.
I'm sure I do.
Kelly says her contract finished this week and she didn't sign a new one. She also has Crohn's disease. Hope she's okay.
Yeah, I hope she does okay.
Yeah, so if you have Crohn's disease...
Okay, is that enough? Oh, he's not being professional tonight. But we can. Ew.
Ew.
He's like his creepy uncle. That's what I'm going to do. He's like, here, hold the mic.
Here, hold this. And he's like,
I don't want to hold it. Just drop it. Oh, Daniel runs away with his tail between his leg like a scalded dog. There you go, JR.
To go against somebody that's his size.
He's going to wrestle him next week or on Friday.
I don't know why anybody likes this guy.
They really want to touch. Out of context.
Gross. Sophie says, with Big Swole leaving, I wonder what other AEW original will not re-sign with AEW at the end of the year or whatever that person's contract is.
Yeah, all their contracts are coming up. I think even Kenny Omega's contract is up. Adam Page's contract was up right before the last pay-per-view or right after the pay-per-view. Like, it was, they were all signing these 2-year deals. And it's just a little over 2 years.
Walter says Hangman Page can't touch Danielson until the match. Jonathan Schroyer's in the chat and wants to know, what channel is AEW on?
Depends on where you're at. What provider do you have?
No matter what, it's going to be on TBS?
TNT. Till January, but it's on TNT right now. So TNT.
It's on the TNT channel. So this says Big Swole is also married to Cedric Alexander. Did they get married? Walter says it's on TNT, Jonathan. And somebody says, I'm surprised that they are doing Bryan Danielson versus Adam Page for Winter is Coming instead of Battle of the Belts.
Yeah, maybe they got something else planned. And who's going to win that? Are they just going to put the title on Page for like a month? That seems short.
If they did, I think people might riot. They've wanted it on him for a while. And
it just makes more sense for Daniel to lose.
yeah. At some point, somebody's got to, like, put him in his place for a little while, right? He can't always be the winner.
Right, and you can't have the heel champion all the time.
Raleigh says Big Swole is married to Hurt Business Cedric Alexander. WWE maybe
Yes.
wait and see. She's a free agent, do what she wants. Don't have 30, 90 days non-compete in AEW, I don't think.
No, they don't.
She also has some medical issues. If you go back and read Walter's comment, which I read it, or you wrote it. Actually, Raleigh, it was you that wrote that comment about her Crohn's disease. If she has Crohn's disease, it can cause a lot of problems with your immune system, too.
I had a friend that died from it.
And you have to be really careful. So until she has that kind of under control, and that might be the reason why she's leaving, is because she's having very big issues with it. You cannot put yourself at risk to just have a job, right? Especially that job, because it's physical and you can get hurt and things can happen. And you don't want her to get hurt. So, in all reality, I really don't see her probably going back into wrestling for a while.
And the worst thing that you could possibly do is go to WWE, because when they fire you, because they won't use her either, they'll probably fire her husband too. And they might as well keep him having a job.
Right. So it's fine that she's just, chilling, finding other things to do. Taking care of herself first is good. Pickle is in the chat, though. Hey, Pickle says, hey, I'm a noob. How do I watch wrestling? I don't know, Pickle. Like, wrestling is so weird. You just, like, flip through the channels until you find something where there's, like, two naked people, like, in this weird ring jumping on each other and shit.
Brett's like, I was flipping channels the other day. Came upon your wrestling. He tells me that all the time. Like, you sit there and watch it, don't you? Closet wrestling fan. He's like, I just don't understand why they don't block it. Like, okay, dude, it's a movie.
Pickle says, is this a wrestling
Miro.
show? Who tackles who? Usually the bad guy in his shorty shorts attacks the other guy in his shorty shorts.
Miro, as a crazy man. My God. Is he in heaven?
Revealing to me.
I didn't hear what he said. Even after the beep, I didn't understand what he said. You pushed me out while I was looking for love, but now I bring fear.
Who's you gonna go after?
Somebody that likes God. He's the demon.
Word of the Redeemer?
I thought it said the word of the demon, but yeah, maybe it's the Redeemer.
I said it the word of the Redeemer. You'd have to rewind it. No,
it's fine.
Again. Let's see. Sophie says with last year's Sting debut, Winter is coming. I wonder who that person will be this year. They might not even have one. It's Lee Moriarty. It's Sherlock's nemesis.
Why does he have to be a goof? Don't be a goofball.
Walter says looking forward to Friday SmackDown, Brock Lesnar, Suplex City. Janelle Jackson's in the chat.
Hey, Janelle.
People are saying Big Swole is a traitor because she did not re-sign with AEW.
Oh, come on.
Okay, who are these people saying this, Janelle? Is it like 4 people saying it? And there shouldn't be anybody saying it. The poor girl has some
CM Punk
medical problems and has a disease. Give her a fucking break. Go do something with your tallywhacker somewhere else. Vindicator's like, Jade Cargill is the real Big Swole, but I hope she gets better. Yeah, that Crohn's disease is garbage. Like, it is horrible.
I had a friend die from it. Michelle Hancock.
Yeah, it's horrible. I mean, if you can't keep it under control,
she was like 38.
Yeah. And if
she might have been younger than that. About 38.
Yeah. But if you cannot keep it like in remission or keep it under control, it takes a huge toll on your poor little bodies. It's bad. Walter says Sting and Darby Allin will win and Ruby Soho will win tonight. Ooh, Walter, and your bold predictions.
Wow.
Raleigh says, okay, yeah, understand, Dalethea. Maybe she might not wrestle, then wait and see. Thinks she's had it for years. Crone, she was off AEW TV because it flared up in news about a year ago. Yes. And you have to have it, you have to get it in remission.
MJF.
And if you can't get it in remission, it's really hard on your body. And as Travis said, he's had a friend who died from it. She may not have died from the exact disease. She probably died from all the complications from the disease. And that's usually what happens with those type of diseases.
Look at that outfit that he's got on.
Is it worse or better than Seth's?
It's different. I don't know what it is.
It's like stars and...
That's absolutely. Look at
binge drinking.
Look, he looks hammered. He does look like an old drunk, doesn't he?
He is an old drunk.
There it is.
That's the mean shit that
That's what
it
he. You know what CM stands for? Cooking meth. That's what we want to hear. Cooking meth. Oh shit! All right, here we go. We got Lee Moriarty, and CM Punk cooking meth. He's struggling against a rookie.
He's gonna talk his crap up there, and it's gonna annoy Punk. It's gonna be awesome. Oh, anyway, Sophie says, does AEW have any lead-ins like Raw and SmackDown do in their networks?
What do you mean? Are you talking about like before the show starts? Like a lead-in?
Sophie, you need to be more specific about what you're asking. Walter says Miro Crush, stay away from him. And Pico says Miro is in a glass cage of emotion, right? Walter's like CM Punk for the win. Vindicator says, or sometimes they wear fine tailored suits like Reginald, but he will have to buy cheaper brands after his embarrassing defeat to my lady Dana Brooke.
Yes, he did lose that title, so he ain't getting those big paychecks.
He didn't lose it to her, though.
Yeah, he did.
Somebody else had it, and she
Cedric, wasn't it? Cedric Alexander. But he had lost it to Cedric straight up square.
Sophie says maybe they're saving CM Punk versus MJF for the March pay-per-view since they planted seeds for that feud last week.
Oh, no, they're not. I don't think they're going to save that. That's happening soon.
Piccolo says the best in the world. And Raleigh says Lee Moriarty is new. I think he signed about 1 month ago. I think he's good. Seen him on AEW Dark.
Yeah, and that's where these people come from, basically. They bring them up on there first, and then they bring them onto the main roster.
Indicators like Philip Jax Brooks is the best in the world at what he does, and only that.
Cooking meth?
Cooking meth.
See him.
Wyndham Wyatt's in the chat. Finally,
hey!
Gab, let me in. Sweet. Walter says,
I love me
MJF.
some Wyndham Rotunda.
Wyndham says hello to Lisa and Travis. It's nice to see you both. Nice to see you too. Thanks for hanging with us, Wyndham.
Wyndham.
Piccolo says, like the jacket. I mean, menorah. Indicators like MJF is a walking kitty poster for the solar system taken straight from the classroom.
Right.
Are you
On
sure?
salt of the earth. All right, CM Punk is struggling against Moriarty here.
I don't know why. His meth should help him.
I love it. No. MJF's having too much fun. Now MJF should just be an announcer. I'd be okay with it. Get him out of the ring, make him an announcer.
They wouldn't be able to talk.
He would be like Bobby the Brain Heenan back in the old days. It would be the same thing.
We have Bryce in the chat, though. Hey, Bryce.
Hey, Bryce.
What up, guys? I am here. How
Woo!
are you guys? Great.
Big clothesline
How are
by
you?
CM Punk.
So he says people compare the Edge Miz segment to the CM Punk MJF segment.
They tried to.
I
feel
why.
like the Miz does it a little bit dirtier, which I like. He's a little bit meaner because he doesn't care about the other people's feelings. And with Edge, where Edge doesn't care about his own feelings either, they can go a lot deeper.
Yes.
Where it was like MJF was just holding his... Like, he was saying words and they were articulate. They just didn't have any meaning. Like, there was no depth to them.
It wasn't mean.
And then CM Punk was... Nothing. He didn't do any. Like, CM Punk was very underwhelming.
He's boring, so I don't really listen to him when he talks. I, know how to, completely tune it out, so I just don't listen.
It's like you're dating him. You're like, fuck it. I can't hear him.
Walter's like, Dalethea eating fruit or cheese. Share with us. I'm eating apples and popcorn, Walter. You're more than welcome to have some. Wyndham says, Walter Johnson, are you ready for Wyndham soon at AEW?
I hope so. Or either that or go back to WWE.
Raleigh says, Adam Cole was on AEW Dark. I was a bit shocked when watching. Jays must be helping lesser talent on AEW TV. Either that or he just needs to do stuff, right? You can't always have him in the main roster area all the time. It takes away from the guys who were there before him and have talent.
And Black's recorded right after the main show anyway. So
right. Pico says Punk is the chicken marsala. Isn't chicken marsala really good though, Piccola, and Punk really isn't?
He's just coming up with CMs.
Walter says, yes, I'm ready. I like meth better.
Cooking meth, yeah.
Because that fits him a lot better in his drug use and issues. Walter's like, yes, I'm ready. AEW at Duluth, Georgia tonight, sold out.
Woo!
Wyndham says, maybe I might make it to December 15th. Ooh.
That'd be pretty cool. So, I don't know if other companies do this, but WWE, somebody leaked a video, and I don't know if you'd consider it leaked, but they have what they call sit-ins. They're fans that they hire, and then they move them around.
Oh.
So they have them in different areas.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure now, I'm almost dead set on that's who they zoom in on when they want you to cheer for somebody. Mm-hmm. And then you have a group of fans and they're all cheering. Mm-hmm. But yeah, the guy told them hey, I might move you once. I might move you 50 times. If you don't wear sandals, but if you're wearing sandals, I feel sorry for you. But it's too bad. We're going to be moving you all night. Anyways, he told a couple jokes and everybody started laughing because you couldn't see the crowd that he was talking to, but you could tell it was big. There was enough people, at least 20, 30, 40, 50 people in there.
Right.
And so they're hiring people to go fill seats. And then they said, go fill seats. So if somebody's not in their seat, go sit there.
Until they come back.
And when they come back, he's like, they're going to say, hey, this is my seat. Just say, I was hired by WWE. I'm getting up and leaving. But he's like, but some people will try to fight you. Mm-hmm. And he's like, and if they do, just stay seated, and then I will come and get you. We'll be there fast. He's like, I'm paying attention to what's happening.
Right.
I know where you guys are, so I can tell. But anyways, so I thought that was pretty interesting. And I would assume that, I know they do it in other sports, I would assume. Mm-hmm. But I just don't understand why they don't just give the tickets to kids and stuff. But at the same time, if you want to control who people think that people are happy for, like that WrestleMania match against Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks. Uh-huh. Nobody was standing up. Nobody cared. But they kept showing these groups. They would zoom in on them real quick, and everybody was cheering. Mm-hmm. And it's like, now I can tell why that they had these cheers. And then when they show the replays, there's these people sitting, all these people were cheering. And then they're like, oh, it was a great main event. First of all, it wasn't a main event. It was mid-show because it was the halfway. It was the end of the first day. Mm-hmm. And second, nobody cared. Nobody stood up. And I was just like, oh, please don't do that. I was watching some entrances from fans' cameras where they're way back.
Right.
And Bianca coming down and she's spinning her hair and stuff. Nobody's even cheering. No one. The whole stadium. And I'm like, why?
So who are these people cheering for her?
Why don't they? Why don't they cheer for her? I would cheer. I would cheer for every single wrestler that comes out. I love wrestling.
Even if they're not a fan, or even if you're booing them.
It's a show.
Fan, you still cheer.
Right? It's
booing or cheering, happy or bad.
If you go to an event, any event, it doesn't matter what it is. 1, 2, and Punk just kicks out. But if you go to any event, you cheer. Mm-hmm. They're out there working. If you go to a play, like a Christmas Carol or what's his name? Like
Yeah,
Julio and Romeo.
Just because I don't like one of the actors doesn't mean I don't clap for the whole group.
Right, you're like,
the end.
oh, I don't like Juliet. I'm not gonna. I called her Julio and Romeo. I said Julio and Romeo. Anyways, I just don't think that they should be trying to manipulate us into liking certain superstars.
But you know, it's really
CM
sad.
Punk cooking
is
meth.
that people
Cooking meth.
go with it.
PG Punk.
Like, all these people at home that are wrestling fans go with it. They like.
Right, because
Did you hear them? They were totally booing. Did you hear them? They were totally cheering.
Because
I'm a fan.
we're easily humans. Now, I'm not picking on any one person. We're really, really packs. We like to fit in, and we want to be in the pack. Don't start. Like nobody wants to be out. If you're by yourself, you starve to death. You're left out of the clan. You're starving. There's no way you're going to be able to hunt. You're not going to be able to survive. Punk, he didn't even kick out. The referee should have just counted to 3.
Mm-hmm.
He just stopped counting. Punk's arms were still down. His shoulders were still down.
He's really bad.
But anyways, that's primal, right? We have to follow packs. We have to follow things. So they're just manipulating the situation. And people are like, uh-oh. Well, everybody's cheering for this person. They must be good. 1, 2, and 3. CM Punk with the dub over Lee Moriarty.
He shouldn't have gotten that. He should have lost. Not
He's not going to lose.
Lee Moriarty
He is
had
now
on him.
8-0.
That hold that Lee Moriarty had on him.
So that is a Hanukkah breakfast or facade that he has on his clothes.
I'm pretty sure that's why people have said
Yeah, he's got the Star of David. What is that called? A yarmulke or whatever? What is the thing that spins? A strudel? A dreidel? A dreidel?
That.
I'm getting
that one.
there.
You got it.
A
The last
snowflake. It's his Hanukkah coat. It looks like a kid's pajamas. More mic work.
CM Punk won.
I love it. Thank you for calling him out.
That he's struggling with it.
I don't know where that stems from, but that's hilarious.
What's the matter, PG?
Now he's hot. Now he's on fire. One Pump Chump. It's not a band.
Oh man, that's funny.
Well, somebody get him a mic. Let's see if he can hang with the big dogs.
So Picola said, he said, light the jacket, I mean menorah, which is is the candles for Hanukkah. He has a menorah on him. So that's what it is. There you go. Let's see.
It's like an Adam Sandler song on his jacket.
Uh-huh. Hanukkah. Let's see.
Okay.
He has such a horrible
Why can't he just
voice.
do it?
Who?
I don't know Larry David.
I don't know either. Sophie says, I mean by lead in what is on TNT before Dynamite and Rampage hit the air on their respective nights.
No. Yeah, they don't.
No.
They do ads, but they don't do that like 15, 20 minutes, 10 minutes before.
Yeah, and have like a
sneak
little
peek.
snippet or something, yeah. They don't have anything like that. Raleigh says Julia Hart Varsity Blondes almost got injured last night on AEW Dark. She got
It's that comedian. Larry David.
Michinoku driver landed right on back of her head. Looks scary. Taz said, OMG, hope she okay, geez. Sophie says CM Punk was a good commentator when he was in the WWE for 4 to 5 months. Raleigh says it snowed in the UK where I am. Freezing, it's -1 Celsius. Woo, snow where you are. That's awesome. Sophie says, what happened to Elias and Samoa Joe? There has been no mention of them for weeks. Piccolo says, to be honest, I'm not sure what Marsala is. Where is fucking Ravi when you need him? Raleigh should know what it is. Raleigh, tell us what Marsala is. It is a yummy chicken dish of curry or something like that. Sophie says, Dark and Evolution are for the talent that don't go on regular TV.
They're doing that again. Is he going to do it again? 3 years in a row? That battle royal with the ring?
Oh.
Woo! Even Punk's like, pump the brakes, son.
Sophie says Nick Khan was at the Raw show in Brooklyn. He probably seeing who he wants to release next on a random day like he has been doing the past 2 years. Yeah.
That's a fact.
Your video stuff, Piccolo says, yes. Yeah, that video was odd. I'm wondering how much money that they get paid just being in the crowd. And on talk shows, they sometimes do the same as a crowd plant.
Right. Well, yeah, they'll pump in noise in there in a talk show. So you think the crowd's actually cheering or whatever? Mm-hmm. Or laughing? Mm-hmm. He's talking about his dog. Okay, that's enough. You don't talk to a man's dog like that.
You don't talk about his dog. That's just too low, my friend. Wives, girlfriends.
Whoa, big Wardlow. He steps in front.
That's what friends are for.
PG Punk.
So he says this past Monday, Raw wasn't a sellout and AEW beat them in ticket sales since they are going to Long Island next week.
We'll see. Yeah, should be fantastic.
So
they're all. Okay, you can't go by sellouts. You have to go by box office, right? Like how much money did they make by ticket? Mm-hmm. Because if AEW is selling their tickets for $7 and WWE is selling their tickets for $80,
and they didn't do a sellout, but they had just as many fans. Because AEW has less fans, less seats that they
Jamie Hayter has a pretty face. I never noticed that before. She kind of looks sad, like what's that called? Lackadaisical.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's. You sound like you're from London.
Free therapy for everybody here. Don't focus on the past.
DMD. Oh, good deal. That belt would dwarf Riho, or yeah, little Riho now.
Poor Riho.
It's a bigger belt. She'd be like, I can't wear it.
It'd like drown her. She'd like drag it around.
AEW Rampage. Fridays at 10.
So besides, I went to a wrestling event and people were doing the wave.
I guess that's disrespectful, but I think it's fantastic.
Why is it disrespectful? That's great. Pickle says, bingo, Travis knows I watched Sandler. Ha ha ha. What was it that you said that was Sandler?
Just Adam Sandler. Like the jacket just reminded me of an Adam Sandler song. Adam Sandler stuff.
Pickle says, I like Happy Gilmore, Big Daddy, 50 First Dates, and Grown Ups.
Oh, Billy Madison. I don't know if there's any that I really don't like, except for there's one where he's like himself or playing an ex-comedian, and it's all depression. It's all about like suicide or darkness. Remember that one?
Yeah.
That one's kind of weird because I watched it because I was excited because of the Adam Sandler show, and I was like an hour into it, and I'm like, when does this get funny? I think it had little fat comedian that's not fat anymore from 21 Jump Street?
Oh.
Wasn't he in that?
Maybe.
And they I can't remember. Anyways, it's been a long time. That one I was not a huge fan of, but you know what I'm talking about.
I do know which one you're talking about. Vindicator says, "Dang, you don't count another man's music. That's grounds for a beatdown, or at least a trip to a proper stylist." With Philip texting the Miz to pick up the tab. Ha ha. Film is in the chat. Hey, Film says, "Hey, what up, Miss and Travis? I hope you guys are having a great December 1st.
Absolutely.
So ready
Doing
for
fantastic.
the holidays." And somebody says, "I was just wondering about the lead-in because you could get people that never watched wrestling before to watch AEW by accident, depending on whatever they were watching before Dynamite and Rampage. Usually it's a movie."
Yeah, they play a lot of movies on there, but sometimes they do play other things,
sometimes
but it's mostly
shows,
a movie.
But mostly it's a movie of some kind. Vindicator says MJF will be nothing in his career, it seems, other than a soundbite.
Which is fine. That's, 50% of most wrestlers' careers, so it'll keep him in the game, and then he can become an announcer or a manager, because he doesn't have the size to wrestle.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Like, I like MJF, and in AEW, he's fine because he is a smaller guy and he'll fit in.
Right.
But him on WWE, it wouldn't work because he's so small.
Yeah.
Like, he would be small compared to The Miz.
Yeah.
And so.
True. Film says, "I'm definitely going to an AEW show coming to my town." Sweet.
Yes, that would be awesome.
So he says, "Big Daddy, 51st Dates, Grown Ups, I Now Pronounce You, Chuck and Larry were awesome movies."
I forgot about that one.
People is laughing, and Vindicator says, "Time for that belt to come off Dr. Faker. AEW Women Division is struggling and suffering." And Sophie says, "I totally forgot about Happy Gilmore and not banned for a week." Hi, not banned. Says, "Hey all." Film says, "Did CM Punk win?" Yes, he did. Vindicator says, "Interesting there are no trolls or moderators in the chat tonight. I guess only Raw Meat and Smack Butt are targeted to those groups. LOL. Vindicator, you're trying to get us in trouble. And there is a moderator in the chat. It's me. I'm the moderator. I don't know where Ravi's at. He must have had to work. She's probably sleeping. Not Banned says, "Who wants X-Pac to come back?" No.
He's like 50.
He's like 50, Travis says. So my answer is no. Vindicator says, "Travis, who is your favorite current male and female UFC fighter?"
It's not even close to women. It's Shevchenko.
Shevchenko for a woman.
It's not even close. Because she's my favorite. She's my favorite male and woman. Like, she's my favorite superstar in UFC.
Who's his favorite UFC fighter overall?
Yes.
But if he had to pick a man favorite, it would be... Ooh.
Well, my favorite just retired, so now I gotta find another one. It was Khabib.
The Russian guy?
Yeah, Khabib was my favorite.
He was awesome.
Who do I like? Ooh, I like that one little clown-looking motherfucker, Sean O'Malley. I like O'Malley. He's never gonna be great.
I kind of like that one black guy that just fought. That one guy took him to the limit this time again.
Oh, you like Oliveira or whatever his name is?
He's not too bad.
He's
for
the
fighter.
best pound-for-pound fighter in the world.
I mean, he's really good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, his technicals and stuff is really good. And he, like, kind of conforms. As in, he works hard at changing his style so that he can be better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he does. He adapts.
Yeah, which is awesome. Anyways, as Vindicator says, "Oh yeah, I forgot about Daphne Papa." Yeah, you forgot about Daphne. How could you? Rude.
Freshly squeezed. Here it comes.
Adam Cole up there on her commentating tonight. For the next commentator. They're just going to have randoms fill in.
Mm-hmm. They should have Orange Cassidy do it.
He wouldn't say anything. Not Band says, "Who do you want to win the WWE Royal Rumble 2022? Depends on who's in it."
Yeah,
I don't even know who's in it at this point. They might fire the people.
To me, it depends on who the champions are at that point. So we'll see who the champions are. Like if Roman loses it at day one, hypothetically, to Brock or or Big E loses it to Seth or something, because
Right.
that'll change how I look at it. But I really do want Bobby Lashley to be champion again. So, Bobby. But I want to get there first, or at least see where the champions are on the first.
Right. Those
So
Bucks
come in
are
here
sneaking back.
and ask me on the 3rd. Right?
Of December or January?
Yeah, January.
Ah, yes. Sophie says, wait till AEW goes to TBS. They will
Oh!
get
He's
more
kicking the
exposure than
Bucks.
they do now.
Oh, we cared about that one. Everybody was saying that the Bucks turned good. Doesn't look like he's a good guy now, unless they both kick Cole.
But they can't.
Oh, super kick. They can kick Cole.
You know, if they're buddies.
Oh, double kick. Boom! Super kick after super kick. Oh, that one was real.
How dare they kick a guy when he's down?
He was already down from multiple super kicks.
He was down because he got a low blow.
What is he wearing? Is it
Snake
like
skin.
an alligator or something?
A dragon. An alligator. A snake. A lizard.
Uh-oh, who's this? Who is this? Wheeler Yuta. Cole last week. What kind of name is Yuta? It's like racist much?
I know, right? Who said that? I was like, what kind of fucking name is Adam?
Well, Adam's,
I'm sorry.
Adam's
Were
the
your parents,
first. Adam's the
did
first
your parents
name.
not have an imagination? They were like, oh, hey, look, the first name in the Bible, Adam. You know what? I think we should name our kid Adam. Like, wow, took a lot of effort on their part, didn't it, Adam?
It's like, hey Zeus.
So weird.
Hey, there he is.
Niece?
Yeah, Tony Nese. What was his nickname in WWE or TN or
Wasn't
NXT?
he like the Atlas guy?
Yeah, it was something like the
best
total
body
package or
Some pretty body thing. Anyways. Sophie says, wait till AEW goes to more exposure. Not Ban says, I subscribed and liked. Hey,
Oh,
thanks,
appreciate
man.
ya.
Appreciate that. Film
Thank
says,
you.
I would like to see a Bliss win the Royal Rumble and Matt Riddle for 2022.
Matt Riddle, huh? That would
Sophie
be an
says,
interesting one.
Daphne's last name sounds dirty. Whole Peppa.
I had a friend that died. We just talked about, and her last name was Hancock. I don't know. Can't
Nothing
get my
wrong with the last name Whole Pepper.
Horpepper and
It's a
Hancock.
very distinguished English last name.
Sean
Sophie
Spirit.
says,
Hey,
who's your
look,
favorite
Wardlow.
baseball player.
Of all time, Barry Bonds.
There you go. Film says, rest in peace, Daphne. Who's resting in peace with Daphne? Gross, Film. Vindicator says, oh yeah, and I heard Mike Tyson might want to fight Logan Paul.
Right? Yeah, I've heard that. And that fight's
Is
going.
it to kick his ass?
No. They're always on each other's shows. That fight is going to happen, and that fight is not going to have a winner, just like we saw with Mayweather. Oh my god! And everybody's they're gonna make like $40-50 million on it.
No, we are not paying for it.
I'm paying for a Tyson fight. It's the way
No.
it works.
Sophie says, didn't they hint at a storyline with Mike Tyson and AEW when they first started, which didn't have a payoff?
Just a little bit. I don't know if you would call it that, but he's been in there twice. One time was against Jericho, the next time was with Jericho. Who's this guy? They keep putting in these like B-listers, and they have too many good wrestlers to use
B-lister?
squash matches. When I was a kid, this is what you would call a nobody.
Yes. It is a nobody, though, right?
Right, it is. It's a nobody, but...
As Film says, not win, but win. Not win, but win.
AC Adams.
I totally understood what you meant.
See, this should be like Dante Martin.
Mm-hmm.
Have
Not
Wardlow
Bam says,
fight
"I
Dante
will
Martin.
do." Nice. Vindicator says Cassidy is superior to Cole in the art of warming the hands. Roberto Lozano's in the chat. Saying,
Hey, Roberto.
Or are you saying bye? Maybe it's saying bye. I think
Bye-bye.
maybe the A was supposed to be a B. Bye, bye. Film says if Adam Cole no longer with the Young Bucks, this means he'll end up being a solo wrestler. Not Bam says Tyson Fury is the best boxer ever.
He's fun to watch, isn't he?
I would have to say Canelo Alvarez right now.
If you're just going boxer, that's a different story. But anyway, Wardlow got that win over there over AC Delco or whatever his name was. Oh, shot Spears! What a dick.
Nice.
He's already
Hit him with
broken.
the chair. Nah, it's fine. Hit
The
him
chairman,
some
he busted the chair.
more. Nice.
He blew the chair out
You had to get some.
like a fat woman.
He's very angry.
What's that show called? Shallow Hal.
Sophie says with the triple threat match at day 1, that match could change everything, including storylines and feuds on the road to the Rumble.
Exactly.
Vindicator says, Dalethea, whose outfit is more of an eyesore, that Young Buck or Maxwell Jacob Freeland?
Ooh.
Oh, I don't know.
Both of the Bucks' outfits can compete against each other on their own. One was like an alligator or a snake or like a snake human. I was thinking maybe it was Venom for a second or something. And then the other one was like zebra stripe pants from the 1993. Remember those?
Yeah.
It might have been before that. Never mind. 1988.
Yeah.
Can't touch this. Can't touch this. Why would I ever stop making rain?
Yes.
Da-na-na-na.
Sophie says wrestling
touch
fans on Twitter keep making fun of Adam Cole on the way that he is booked since he joined the company. You get what you get. Wyndham says that people told me Dalethea is a big Wyndham fan. Who's people?
People.
Who are the people?
The Twitterverse.
We have Q in the chat. Just Q. The letter Q. Hey,
Q.
Q.
Hey, Ayla's in here.
How's it? I'm getting there.
Oh.
The only way for Trump to can be president again is if Kyle Rittenhouse gets retried and convicted on all counts.
That's not going to happen. That's not how our justice system works.
You cannot go back and be.
It's double jeopardy.
You cannot be tried for the same crime. Film says if Matt Riddle wins the Royal Rumble, this means Randy Orton will turn his back on him. That's my prediction. Vindicator says Tommy Nese will be everything Bobby Fish wishes he could be. Wyndham says Jake Paul should get in MMA since he always bragging about joining combat sports.
He was a collegiate wrestler, guys. So he was like Bobby Lashley,
Jake
Brock
Paul?
Lesnar. Obviously not on their level, but he was a collegiate wrestler. Chad Gable.
Somebody says with all these Steiner hints that they keep dropping on NXT 2.0, they probably have Scott or Rick to appear.
They better get Rick, because Scott's kind of a handful.
Not Bam says Tyson Fury must fight Anthony Joshua.
Joshua gets rocked in that fight. I agree with you. I want to watch it. But Anthony Joshua's feet, if you watch his fights, just go back and watch a couple highlights. You don't have to watch more than 5 minutes of each fight. He doesn't move his feet. They're really heavy, and look like they're in concrete boots. And it's not going to work against Tyson Fury because his power is, we saw that with Deontay Wilder, right? Deontay Wilder. He has way more power than Joshua does. And Fury did go down a couple times. But, are you laughing at the Wilder fight?
No, I'm
Anyways,
laughing at a comment.
Oh, anyways, he has the head. He can take a punch. Where Joshua, we've seen him not be able to do it on a regular basis. So I think Fury just knocks him out. Probably around the 7th or 8th round. It's done. Maybe, it might go 10. But without Joshua being able to move, it's just not going to happen. Where Joshua can win. So if Joshua does step aside, we could see Joshua or Fury Usyk for the unification. And that's what Fury wants.
Right. We have Ayla in the chat though. Hey Ayla. Hey, she says. Film says thanks Misty, you're the best. Wyndham says let me and Ayla heard you, not a Wyatt fan. Not Bam says, do you think Kofi Kingston will be champion again? Maybe, I don't know.
No.
I think he passed his.
No, they gave it to him. They did the whole 11 years. It's been 11 years storyline for a long time. By the way, Kofi grew on me, and I ended up loving his title reign on that, by the way. I really did. And I'm a weirdo when it comes to certain wrestlers. And he grew on me. I was mad that he wanted it, and then at the end I was glad. But I was sad that he lost it, and especially lost how he lost it. No fair.
Right? As Ayla said, it's Ayla. But I'm like, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Ayla and
Gun
Ayla's
Club.
like, I hate Wyatt. He's a punk. Ayla's like, dude. Bryce says, okay, I have to go, guys. See you guys in the
See
next
Bryce.
live stream. I got to do some Christmas shopping. Bye. Bye, Bryce. Good luck with your Christmas shopping. Sophie says, whenever wrestling promotions do some sort of crossover with other sports, it usually doesn't turn out that well for both parties. True. Band says, is Hillbilly Jim still alive?
I think he is. I think Hillbilly Jim's still around. Not wrestling, obviously, but I think he's still alive.
Wyndham has his period. Sophie says, are they setting up an MJF Wardlow split and feud at some point? If they are going to do that, they would have done it a while ago. They had a little bit of a tiff, and that should have been the split, but they never did.
Yeah, they haven't went with that, and they haven't hinted at it
Again since then.
So I don't see that happening.
Ayla's like, who's Wyatt? Wyndham's like, hey, Ayla, nobody care about your name. At the end of the day, he sleeps with multiple men. That's what I was laughing about. Not Ban says that Joshua
Lights just
never
went out.
blocks. Wyndham says, Ayla, we're your number 42 boyfriend out right now. And, of course, Daphne says, watch it there, Wyndham. I can see a timeout in your future. And I have to agree with Daphne there, Wyndham. If you don't keep it in your, repertoire off of the keyboard, you might actually get a wonderful timeout.
Sting with
I know
different
everybody loves those
face.
presents.
Look at his face. Sting's got different
Oprah.
face paint.
Throw some.
I don't
Oprah
know.
out
I
there.
don't know what Darby's on here.
Drugs. He probably
But
got
Sting,
with CM Punk.
Sting looking like CM Punk, doesn't he? His face,
Ew.
kind of like death. He does, like it.
He's like, I decided to do some contouring.
And then
so
Darby
that I
went
could have
full face.
cheekbones.
Everybody, Darby went full face.
Mm-hmm.
How was that
Anyways,
not impressive?
I don't find
Darby
that impressive.
went full face. He has never been full face.
I don't find that impressive. I don't find this thing.
Darby is a
impressive
god.
at all. He makes me want to barf
I think he has a nose
in
ring
my
in.
mouth. Wyndham says,
In your pants.
yeah, in my pants.
Out
I
my
threw
butt.
up in my pants.
Oh.
Wyndham says, did you give him a roller coaster ride about Ayla? Film says, I would be surprised if Bray Wyatt ends up coming back to the WWE because WWE owns the rights of The Fiend.
You know, I would like to see him back in WWE TV eventually, because I think that's where he would shine.
Sophie says, they might give Bobby Lashley the Royal Rumble win, but they have been hot and cold with his push all year. You know, I agree with Travis on how they did their setup with him. They had to do something so that he wouldn't lose the title to Goldberg, but Goldberg could win against him still, so the disrespect to his kid could be kind of played off and done. So it just would be really weird about it. So,
Yep.
yeah.
All right, they're locking up. We got a gun in there with Darby.
As Ayla says, okay, blocked. Not Ban says, damn, it's December already.
It
Yes.
is.
As Ayla says, do not disrespect me. Sophie
How
says
on
Rick
earth can
Steiner
you-
was supposed to appear at Halloween Havoc, but something changed before the show aired.
Right. He just this paint they're using, it just rubs off on the other people. It's
I know, it's
just
kind of gross, right?
It's kind of dumb.
Like, who wants to use paint and then have it all over you? Be like, dude, I don't
You know,
want
and
your
then my
face
other
gross all
question
over
would
me.
be is like, because these guys are a little bit indier, right? Like they don't have a lot of money. Do they have to pay for their own dry cleaning or whatever if that shit's all over their clothes?
I don't know. I mean, they do have to pay for their own stuff, so it would be really weird, right? The film says Braun Breaker kind of grown on me.
Oh, I love Braun. Did you see him last night? He beat Johnny Wrestling.
Oh, did he?
What's wrong?
Nothing. I was just listening to you.
Yeah, Johnny Wrestling was up on the ladder. He flipped him off. He came down and he hit him with his power slam.
Wow.
Climbed the ladder, won the match, and then that gives his team the advantage. So they'll have the first 2-on-1, 3-on-2, 4-on-3
Nice.
advantage. Look at Sting's a big guy too.
Right.
just-
They're like, let's
'cause-
take some old people with some old people and throw them
It's
out.
funny because these guys were like the average size wrestlers in their day.
Mm-hmm.
That's how big wrestlers used to be. It's funny watching these old dinosaurs wrestle. Because the new guys are all littler. It's like evolution, like with the real dinosaurs. Because they all got smaller. Now they're all chickens and birds and shit you see outside.
Right?
But there was a time when they were, 20 feet tall, 30 feet tall.
you people so sad?
So Sting's makeup is still perfect.
His makeup didn't scratch off on
Well,
everybody.
he hasn't done anything.
Oh, well, he just beat that guy up.
A little bit. Billy. So, I mean,
Yeah,
a lot of
I was
wrestlers.
dating Jordan when he was like 12.
A
God
lot
knows how old I was at the time.
a lot of people, right? A lot of people were excited to wrestle Sting, right? When he went to WWE, they wanted to see all these guys. Billy Gunn gets to just do it in like some weird match during a Wednesday.
Right.
And everybody else, it would have been like a main event at, WrestleMania
Yeah.
or something.
Sorry I ruined him, Ayla.
Oh! Darby Allin gets taken down.
Poor kid. Has trauma.
Sting looking at him. Badass Billy Gunn.
Anyways.
He was with the Road Dog. And they were a
what
tag team.
prompted that was Hateberry TV in our chat. Hello, Hateberry. Says, I can disrespectful every night if I want to, Ayla. Why don't you get back to delete that ex-boyfriend? Did somebody hurt you as a child? Anyways, not bad. Rick Steiner had a match with a Chucky doll in it, as did his son.
Did he? That's actually pretty funny. I like watching those weird gimmicky matches. Hey, did you see that? Taz's team's up there.
Taz is out there now.
Was, what's his name up there? Dante Martin? I didn't see him.
I wasn't paying attention. Anyways, Film says, I'm kind of sad that Nia Jax is retiring from wrestling now. Wow. So is she actually retiring, or
No,
has she
we
changed
don't.
her
We don't.
wrestling name?
We don't know. She
Anyways.
definitely changed it to her real name, and she's kind of done. She said that if she ever wrestles again.
Right.
Anyways, here comes Billy Gunn.
We also have Donald Trump is worse than Hitler in our chat. Hey man, Vince McMahon is really old.
He is, isn't he?
Yeah,
He's got to be
pretty
70
old.
years old, I would assume, or more.
He's got to be up there in the double digits. How weird.
It happens to all of us, though, right?
Ayla says, you upset, bro? Troll. Film says, I didn't know that Braun is related to Rick and Scott Steiner.
Isn't that awesome? That's his son.
Now you know.
It's Rick's son.
Anyways, Not Band says NXT looks so silly right now. Is it because of all the bubblegum color?
It is very weird. Like, I watched it yesterday, and it seems fast, and I don't know the other way, like bubblegummy, but it seems very quick, which is nice when you're watching wrestling. You want it to move fast, but it's definitely a change of pace than what it used to be when it was like in Triple H's basement.
True. Donald Trump says Sting's old fart now.
Yep, a lot of old guys in wrestling.
Old farty farts. Azalea's like, Misty, is Jordan your ex? That's what I was laughing about. Vindicator's like, so at least Stingray finally got Darby to fully cover his childlike face. Thunder Rosalina should be next.
Yes.
Thunder Rosa has actually done full face paint before. She does them sometimes and then sometimes not. She does it to be part of her heritage rather than because of whatever Darby does it for. Not Bad says, Phil Nation, it's his son. And Ayla's like smiling and laughing. And Phil says, yeah, that's what I mean. And Sophie says, usually at this time of year, the WWE gives hints on who they want to win the Royal Rumble matches. I don't think they're going to be doing that, though. I think
is
they're
that
going to have to wait.
why they're pushing Liv Morgan right now?
Yeah, is that why?
Is she going to win the Rumble?
Right. Vindicator's like, so Ayla brought some trolls with her to liven things up in here. I think it was you, Vindicator.
I feel like
stuff,
in the women's division that they
show.
might not have enough women to fill up a 30-woman battle royal.
Ouch. They keep firing them. They won't.
So they'll have to bring in some old school ladies.
They'll have
obviously.
to put some NXT in there, some old school ladies. They've done that before, though. They've always done it in their Royal Rumbles. They bring up the ladies like the old divas and all that stuff.
But I do see Bianca Belair winning it again. Like, it just makes the most sense on the women's side.
Win
again, like twice.
Seriously?
2 times in a row.
Donald Trump Sting wears a makeup like Trump. Not really. Trump's is orange.
Yeah, Trump's is a little bit different color.
I don't think it's quite the same color or contouring. You might have to try a different person. It was like, I got yo man. It's okay, you're my mom now. Yeah, totally. Right? Totally your mom. I took her place. Not Band says the Steiner brothers are great. Sophie says we almost had a shot at Brock versus Bobby when Bobby was WWE champion. Ayla says to Vin, apparently, hi, I'm in a good mood, though, so come
Yeah,
on.
the problem with that would have been that Bobby would have had to lose, and I just don't want to see the Bobby lose that right now, at the time. Coming at WrestleMania time, it would be fine.
Right. Not Banned says, right, I am off. Good night. Well, thanks, Not Banned, for hanging out with us. We really appreciate it. And you're subscribing and liking. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Hopefully you'll hang out with us again. We'll be back on Friday for SmackDown.
Fantastic.
Film says, I like it when Scott Steiner says Samoa Joe is fat. LOL.
He's fat! I love it.
Sophie says, I admit we almost had a chance with Bobby versus Brock when Bobby was WWE champion this year. It was looking like they were going that way at one point. Which they still could, Sophie. Brock is still in WWE. It doesn't necessarily mean that they can't have a
He's
fight.
100% at Roman right this second. But
Right.
they do. I feel like that match could be no titles involved.
Yeah.
Neither of them could be champion. And they could put it at WrestleMania and still main event the whole show with it.
Yeah, why not?
Without even a title. Obviously, they're not going to do that because Roman's there. But they could.
But as Donald Trump says, that Braun Breaker looks more like Scott than Rick.
I feel like he looks like Scott or Rick and talks like Scott.
Huh.
That's how I put it. Because he does definitely sound like Scott.
Huh. Film says, no, I love the old TNA Scott Steiner promo. And Wonders GTA Gaming says, I gave for pay. Sweet, man. Film says, oh, Liv Morgan, ha. And Ayla's like, where's our mods? I'm here. Kind of.
Oh, who's this?
And,
there's a
Robbie is
cheat.
probably sleeping.
Sting just got hit.
He got...
Oh, Darby like a human battering ram.
Don't
Hopefully
worry.
he's okay.
He'll throw himself off the top rope and do a coffin drop and win.
Hey, look at that. Sting's going to lose. It's going to be his first loss. Sting's going to get his first loss.
She's like, what happened? Look at her. Aubrey's like,
1, 2. Oh, Sting kicks out.
Sting.
He's
Old
not ready to
Tony Schiavone's
lose.
all excited out there.
He's like, not yet.
So
It's Sting.
actually, to come to think about it, I kind of want Rhea Ripley to win the Royal Rumble because she almost won it last year, but she lost to Bianca Belair.
She actually won. But
She should have won, but they showed her
Bianca's feet touched.
actually did touch.
They actually touched. If you go back and watch it, Bianca's feet actually touched.
But they kind of tried to make it so it didn't.
Right, and they don't show that.
Donald Trump, so hopefully we don't get Reigns versus Austin Theory at WrestleMania because Vince is big on Theory now.
It looks like he's pushing Theory a little bit.
You said that, that's what's going to happen. And you're going
to Scorpion death drop. And down.
Anyways, we now have Michael Cole out there.
1,
Hey, Michael Cole.
2, 3.
Hey, how are you doing?
Michael Cole.
Did you decide to take a night off your commentary duties? Your practicing that you normally do? So, is Darby's top of his head bleeding?
Yes.
Or is that just he put some stuff in there?
No, he shot out of the ring and landed on his head.
Right.
When he ran into the gun on the outside.
He probably has a whatchamacallit concussion.
He could.
Vindicator's like, keep pushing, Liv Morgan. Save your roster with a new, fresh, non-crying champion, which the opposite of little time backs.
Who would you have to pick then? Who would you want to be?
Because it can't be Liv because
Liv
she's
cries
not fresh and she cries all the time. Not just once. All the time.
Yeah, Liv cries too much. We'd have to find somebody else that doesn't cry. And the ladies like to cry. It's fine. It's okay. They can cry.
Women get emotional. It's about emotion. But,
just not all the time.
Not just all the time about everything.
There's Chris Jericho.
She would probably cry if, her blouse was buttoned wrong and she did it to herself.
Make it clear he didn't come to his aid. Are you done? Or are you not going to eat all?
Did you want some popcorn?
Maybe. It'd be weird eating it on camera, but I've done it before. Is there butter in it?
Yes. Anyways, Michael Cole says live tonight on SmackDown, Roman Reigns versus Gerald Briscoe for the IWGP World Title.
Yeah, the Briscoes. Now Kingston's going to come to his aid.
Why are these guys so weird?
I don't know, but his sweatshirt says 187, which is a murder. This guy right here. Yeah, Jericho, you old man. Tell him, Trump. He doesn't like those old guys that sound alike.
That's not.
This should be fun.
Let's see. Film says Bliss still hasn't showed up on Raw yet. She's out with sinus surgery, my friend. She's going to be out for a while longer. She probably won't show up until the beginning of next year. So just chill your roll. It'll happen.
Let her show up at Royal Rumble. Be a surprise.
Ayla's like, Ravi wants to get fired. Film says, but I hope she'll make it on TV soon. Donald Trump says, can you guys believe that Vince is pushing Austin Theory? Yeah, I guess.
He's a bigger version of Finn Balor. So he's basically, you take Finn Balor and you push on the computer and you enlarge your screen. And you go like...
You zoom in.
Yeah. So you basically went from 100 to about 125.
Whatever. Like 150.
No, he's not that big.
Film says, but I have a blah, blah, there. Film says, let's go Bliss. Michael Cole says, yes, to be on the best YouTube channel. Oh, sweet.
Yeah, and if you keep enlarging it, he turns into Brian Cage. Just kidding, but he doesn't get taller. That's just width.
Ayla says, cough, 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 Trump 2024. Film says, stop crying, live, be more beautiful than crying. Donald Trump says, what age do you guys think wrestlers should stop wrestling at?
50. I mean, if you want to... What would that be?
It depends on what kind of shape they're in.
Right.
I mean, if they're a wrestler that stays in really, really good shape and can keep up with these younger guys that come in...
Like Kevin Owens, like 36.
Then, let him keep wrestling. But if something happens to them... Edge... and they're broken... Edge... then I think that they should never be allowed to wrestle again. Like, they come back, and and they can say that they're cleared, but they literally have to be extra careful with them because they can be hurt. Like, that can happen. Like, Edge can think he can go out there and be all like, yeah, I could totally hang with these young kids. All it takes, again, is one wrong move, and he's done for the rest of his life, possibly. So, you have to, you kind of have to, put it into perspective of what's healthy for your body. If your body can handle it and you're out there doing stuff, like Piccolo says, Papa Gunn is 58. If he can go out there and he can hang with the young kids and do a wrestling match for 5 to 10 minutes, but he can do the moves and not get hurt.
And look like that.
Then good. That's fine. But you have to have it so that you are, or that you're healthy, right? And you have to be doing well for your body. And I think a lot of these guys, they come back because they just miss it, and they want to be part of it again, and they can't help, and they aren't any good. Like, I watched CM Punk, and I'm like, oh my God, did he wrestle like this when he was there before? Because he is really bad. Like, I mean, bad. They put him with these nobodies, and he's bad. Like, he gets so tired and so worn out after a few minutes of wrestling that they literally have to stop counting the taps because he's not paying attention to what's going on, and he doesn't kick out. Like, what is wrong with that? That's
He got jean
weird.
pants on.
He got jean pants on. Are you sure he's got pants on? Look like they have holes in them. Anyways, but Donald says I just subscribed. Thanks, man. Thanks for subscribing. Piccolo says, what did I miss? Lots and lots of nothing.
You missed MJF.
Stephen Darby won.
MJF took it to CM Punk tonight.
He
didn't hold back tonight. He was fantastic.
And all kinds
You know
of
what
stuff.
CM stands for? Cooking meth.
It looks like he was drunk out there.
What's your point?
Azayla Ayla says, hi, fat Lisa. Nothing. I'm a troll magnet. Michael Cole says, I will be fighting for the Universal Championship, beating Roman Reigns in 10 seconds. With your words.
Wow.
Pickle says, howdy, Ayla. How's your holidays been? Sophie says, do you think the Rock versus Roman match could be for the championship, or do you see that match not be for any championship whenever they do wrestle each other?
Yeah, you can't have it as a title match. Because you can't put the title on The Rock.
Right. Vindicator says Vince actually sees Theory as the next Cena. Such a shame he is still obsessed with a D-list actor who can never beat Reigns for some reason. Ayla says, it's been okay. How's yours? Michael Cole says, Edge pitching myself laughing.
Absolute
Donald Trump says,
Ricky
yeah,
Stark.
I think Edge needs to call it a day now and retire. Sophie says, I kind of see why people compare Austin Theory to John Cena. He has the looks of a young Cena.
Okay. Right around that size.
Yeah. And Piccolo says, well, we put up just about everything Christmas inside of the house. Yes, he showed pictures on Instagram. They were amazing.
There's that bitch.
It's that bitch, Jade Cargill. She looks tired. She's like, oh, I'm tired of this. Boring. Sophie says, this whole Austin Theory Vince McMahon storyline, so far I don't see where it is going. Donald says, I hear Hogan is still talking about having another match.
I hope not.
Rodney Trotter's in the chat saying, I fancy Albert. Sweet. Sophie's like, most of the females that could beat Becky are either in NXT or in the free agent market.
Oh, yeah? I think Charlotte could beat Becky.
What? She sounded mad.
She was awesome right there.
It was mad. That was mad. That was mad Spanish.
Here we go.
Chris
Statlander.
Ruby Soho. That person wants a boop. Sophie says, Miss Sophie was going to be Becky. Piccolo says Punk has dropped a step or two, and I'm always watching his old matches. Ayla says, I saw your post on Instagram. Looks festive. Donald says MJF looks like EC3's little brother. Vindicator says MJF probably read that meth joke on social media. He is not smart or savvy enough to come up with that on his own. Piccolo says, yeah, it's a big holiday over at Mom's. Yeah, it is. Her mom's craze. Michael Cole says, really, WWE is making me a huge star in 2022 is the year of the big M. Nice.
Yes.
Go, Michael Cole.
You going to unify the titles?
Right? So this is Chris Jericho that left the WWE, 3 or 4 different times before coming back for a short amount of time before fully leaving for AEW. Yes, that one.
Jericho's the guy that will be back in WWE. Not to wrestle, but I think he'll be back in. Definitely.
Doing stuff in the background, maybe. And Donald says, do you guys think when Reigns is finished wrestling, he could be big in Hollywood?
No.
I don't know if he quite has the charisma like his cousin.
Or like John Cena.
Sophie says, I wouldn't be surprised if Mick Foley shows up on AEW television next. Anyways, that match has started with Ruby Soho.
Yeah, they like all those older guys.
And Chris Statlander. This is for that TBS championship. Go ahead. The TBS Championship Women's tournament.
I definitely like Statlander in this one, but you can never underestimate Ruby Soho.
No. Sophie says, I wouldn't be surprised if Mick Foley shows up. I already read that. Michael says they'll be fighting. Then I will be fighting Big E the night after for WWE Champion. Sweet. Chris Lacone's in the chat. Hey, Chris, how's it going, man? Sophie says wrestlers should retire after 50 years old. Ayla's like, your mom seems awesome, huh? And Pico's like, thank you, Ayla. Yes, his mom seems freaking awesome. Like, she is like, loves Christmas. Donald says, do you think we will ever see Okada versus Omega in AEW?
You could possibly see that, but I don't know. It really just depends on their deals.
Chris says, yeah, Ruby Soho theme. Happened.
Ruby Soho. I got a corn right here.
Uh-oh. Sophie says some wrestlers, like Edge, Daniel Bryan, Christian, HBK, all either semi-retired or fully retired before coming back to wrestle full-time.
Yeah, it's
Edge
usually
had a
because...
broken neck. Daniel Bryan had too many concussions. I don't know what happened with Christian. And HBK probably knocked himself in the head too many times.
Christian was concussion, and HBK was back, I believe.
Oh, it wasn't his face. I got hit in the head too many times. That guy. It was like, what are you eating? I'm eating tacos that Jordan brought home. Waiting for my ribeye and my baked potatoes. Oh my God, are you pig?
I eat tacos so I can eat ribeyes.
Well, you know, I had some tacos for my appetizer. Gonna wait for my ribeye steak I'm having and my baked potatoes. Popcorn and apples.
Ruby! So, the
Those people
monkey
says
flip.
She got booped. She sure did.
Okay, I wasn't the only one calling it a monkey flip. I was like, it's a monkey flip still, right? And then Taz called it a monkey flip, so we're good. Oh, hey, look, I got a napkin myself.
You had your own napkin, you cheater beater.
All right, Ruby. A little arm drag.
Donald's like,
Tony Schiavone.
Your thoughts on if Dynamite Kid should go in the Hall of Fame?
By himself, no. Not even close. If he should go in with the British Bulldogs, then absolutely. He didn't do anything on his own. Other than be on the roster. None. He needs to be on a tag team with the British Bulldogs, and then absolutely. Matilda should go in also. What was Coco Beware's bird's name? A little trivia question I don't know the answer to.
Mm-hmm.
He should also go into the Hall of Fame. They need to start putting those animals in there.
Oh, yeah.
Get my PETA stamp out. I feel like if there's an animal, like Damien should go in also, right? The snake, Jake the Snake.
Oh.
Put him in the Hall of Fame.
He was used a lot.
Hey,
stuff.
Do you remember, what was his name? Bad News Brown, when he had the sewer rat? And he was going to feed Damien to the sewer rat?
I don't.
Of course not. I'm talking, we have fans.
I understand that. I'm just saying that I don't.
Anyways, yeah, Bad News Brown was going to feed Damien to the sewer rat. Because the sewer rat will eat a python, I guess.
They'll eat snakes, yeah. They'll attack him. Mm-hmm.
I still don't think that it would kill this thing. Damien was huge. Like, from here to the door.
Ayla's like, I can't understand why I'm fat. Ha ha. Whatever. Fat. You're funny. You're a funny lady. Michael says, as Michael Cole says, breaking news, I shat the bed. Well, if you're gonna shit the bed, dude, you probably shouldn't wrestle. Big Hole says, where's Ravi? I think he's sleeping or dead. One or the other. Big Hole's like, I'm not fat, I'm just big bone. And the indicator's like, Mexican foods put some meat on those bones, Ayla. Donald says, okay, guys, I gotta go. Be safe, and God bless you. All right, thanks, man. Have a great rest of your evening. Thanks for coming in and subscribing.
Yeah, hanging out with us.
Hopefully we'll see you again.
We'll see you on Friday.
Chris says, D, thoughts on Becky Lynch making fun of Crybaby Liv? That was funny promo.
Hilarious.
Yes, it was hilarious. And then everybody's trying to say that Liv gave it right back to Becky because Becky cried after her very, very huge, crazy match with Charlotte Flair. But the problem of it is it's not in the same context. Becky didn't cry until after the match was completely over. She was in the back and then was interviewed. And it was emotions about how she went out there and they beat each other up so badly, and she couldn't believe that could happen to people who were friends before and stuff like that.
Different
Liv's
context.
Crying is more about how she cries about everything. I mean, my God, she could get a hangnail and she'd cry about it. She would button her shirt wrong, she'd probably cry about it. She's probably crying right now because Ruby Soho's on the fucking TV and she's not. And she's like, I hope my friend wins. Ah! And then crying about it. Because that's what she do. Anyways, because like Matilda was the British Bulldog mascot.
It was, yes. Absolutely.
And Michael Cole says that chat is everywhere. Sweet, man.
I just don't remember Coco Beware's bird.
Sophie says Dakota Kai, Candace, Io could beat Becky.
Who?
Do you think that Dakota Kai, Candice LeRae, and Io Shirai could beat Becky?
All three of them, probably. Like a 3-on-1.
Yeah, but could they do it separately?
No. I don't see Io Shirai making it to the main roster, and the reason is because she keeps gaining weight.
Who?
Io Shirai.
Oh.
She's gotten bigger and bigger each month, each year since she started. And I don't think that you can keep doing that. Like, I don't think you can get that comfortable to where you don't care about your body anymore and still be a professional wrestler for long term. Like, if you just keep letting yourself go. We saw it with Nia Jax for a while when she started gaining weight like crazy. Mm-hmm. She went like from 280 to like 320, 310. And that's build weight. So we don't know what her real weight was. She might not have even been anywhere near 300 pounds.
True. She
might have been 225. Because those girls are tiny that she's wrestling. So if she was 220, she would look 300. Right. Against a girl that's... Huh?
Against a girl that's what?
Just 5'3" and weighs 120 pounds. If you're 220, you're going to look a lot bigger.
Right.
Kira Statlander, 1, 2, and... Ruby Riott kicks out.
Vindicator says the spawn makes me cry, and that's why I need to take my 25-minute breaks. Maybe you need to talk to a counselor about that. It sounds like you have trauma about something in your life. Did a man shaped like that, like, abuse you at some point? Michael Cole says, okay, I have to go see ya. Bye, Michael Cole. Thanks for hanging with us. Piccolo says,
thanks for hanging out with us.
Stretch. And Chris says Dakota Kai is turning into a psycho.
But, I like her. I would like to see her on the main roster. I feel like she would fit in very well on the main roster.
Yeah. But Io Shirai looks hot, super thick.
Yeah, she keeps getting thick, all right.
Yeah,
she's just not getting a butt.
Vindicator says, but weight is not a problem for Io because it's not a problem with dewdrop.
Right, which is a weird one to me that they're doing that, but it's working, so... But you can't have all the girls start doing that. And I don't know what Dewdrop or Piper Niven looked like when they first started.
Mm-hmm. Walter says, okay, bye, guys. See you Friday for SmackDown. Bye, Walter. Thanks for hanging with us. We'll see you on Friday.
We will be here.
Pickle says, take care, Walter. And Sophie says, DDP is the scheduled next guest for Steve Austin's Broken Skull sessions. Good deal.
Little Frankensteiner.
Gonna get her.
1, 2. No! Statlander got her shoulder up. Ruby doesn't know what to do. Look at her eyes.
Vindicator's like, LOL, Travis still calls her Ruby Riott. It's kind of hard not to since we've known her as that for multiple years, guys. And her first name in here is still Ruby, so it's really easy. It's kind of like Bryan Danielson. I have to stop and think about his name because I always want to call him Bryan Danielson. Daniel Bryanson.
It's Danielson, isn't it?
Yes.
Danielson. It's a Karate Kid. I just got to remember Karate Kid. Danielson.
If I'm talking or watching, that doesn't happen.
1, 2, 3. Oh, her shoulder was up.
Mm-hmm.
I think her right shoulder was off the mat.
It was.
Referee was out of place.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh, she's going to cry.
Oh, Liv.
She learned it from Liv. So this is Nia Jax says she isn't going to wrestle again, thank God. Soho's got to go up against the transgender in the next one, in the next part of her tournament.
Good luck.
Hey, I like her fingernails.
They're white. Is there a monster out there?
Yes. It's probably Argus. He's probably in the hallway. Although I think he'd have spilled the water. Chris Statlander lost.
I don't think Argus would try to run away. And Piccolo says, Danielson, Bryanson, the Dragonson, right?
Oh! Vicky Guerrero meeting her at the top of the ramp.
Why?
Oh, behind Ruby! The trans woman. Pulls her down.
The indicator says the spawn is shaped like a man, huh? That is a good point. Maybe I just despise spoon-fed brats who talk out of their asses while putting bad outfits on their feminine, I mean masculine physiques.
Yeah, she's very straight up and down.
Indicators make, maybe that's why I don't like Pete Dunne and his feminine physique. Probably.
Would make sense.
Chris says Ruby always.
That's it. We're down to 4. Then there were 4.
Mm-hmm.
Thunder
But
Rosa,
she never
Jade
got that
Cargill,
championship level until now.
the trans woman, and Ruby Riot. Or Ruby Soho.
Mm-hmm. Piccolo says it was a good match. Yeah,
Yes,
they usually
absolutely.
are.
That's coming up on Friday. Tony Nese. I think that's what it was, the premier athlete. So Jade Cargill's going to be in action this Friday. Hell yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Next Wednesday, we get that Battle Royal. John Silver. Daniel, has he ever towered over somebody before?
No.
That's going to be interesting. In 2 weeks, there it is. Hangman Page and Danielson.
They're the same
Danielson.
size. They're the same
Look
size.
at that. Atlanta street fight next week.
What does that even mean, Atlanta street fight?
It just means a fight.
Sophie says Ruby Riott was a good wrestler whenever she had a chance to show it on WWE television.
She was. She was one of the best in the business. And then
She was great, and then what's her dumb butt came around,
Ronda
and then
Rousey.
Ruby had those shoulder issues and had to get surgery, and then she just never was again.
she just never recovered.
She got fucked over twice. One, her body gave up on her, and the first one was because some dumb bitch, I don't even know why they put her on there.
Does Sidney Crosby still play hockey?
Mm-hmm. Was that him? I don't know these people.
Yeah. Holy shit. Sidney Crosby played years ago. That's cool. He's got to be 40 years old.
Sophie says there are guys like Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan, Terry Funk, and many others that say they are retired, but something always get them to want to go back to wrestling. It's their lives. They put how much effort into their characters for how many years, so it makes sense. Chris O'Connor says Andrade thinks he's Santos Escobar now with his ring gear.
Sidney Crosby's only 34 years old. I forgot he started when he was like 18 or something. Holy crap.
Jeff is like, he's an old fucking man.
That's crazy. How old is Alexander Ovechkin? Is he still playing?
Vindicator says Daniel McDanielson doesn't even
Oh my
tower
God, he's
over
only
Nikki Bella or
36.
Cross.
Alexander Ovechkin's only 36. That dude's nuts. He lives in like Washington, D.C. Well, he used to. I don't know where he plays anymore. But he lived in Washington, D.C. And he like bought a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or something and then just took it out on the interstate at like 180 miles an hour or something.
Yeah.
And he obviously got pulled over.
Mm-hmm.
And he just, like, he didn't think it was a big deal.
Why would you if you're that kind of a person?
He's just like, what do you, like,
Why are you pulling me over?
As they're arresting him, it's like, what?
Why are they arresting him?
Because he was driving 100 and something miles an hour.
Was he running away from the police, though?
No. Well,
They
maybe.
can't arrest you for that. They give you a ticket.
No. There's a point, I think it's like 20 over, where it's reckless driving and then you could be arrested for it.
No, that's just dumb. I hope his lawyers took him to town.
Anyways, it was years ago, and we don't know what happened from it because, I mean, somebody could Google it or something. But
Chris says Andrade. Oh, I already read it. The Andrade thinks he's Santos Escobar with his ring gear. And Vindicator says Daniel Danielson doesn't even tower over Nikki Bella or Cross. Yes, but will he tower over the shortest member
of the Dark Order?
Except for the child that's on there. Gross. On the Dark Order. I don't think so. I think they're about the same size.
No, they're not.
They totally are.
They're
both little dwarves.
He is a midget. John Silver. He's got dwarfism, I would assume.
Why are you assuming it?
Layla Lish. Hirsch.
She's way shorter than him. Stephanie says after this Sunday, it might be the last NXT pay-per-view for Johnny Gargano and Kyle O'Reilly unless they re-sign with the WWE at the last minute. And Stephanie's like, Chucky got picked up for a season 2. Yeah.
Hey, that's cool. Andrade, what does he have in his? Is that a knife?
Why is he bringing
Oh,
weapons?
that's tonight? That Atlanta Street Fight's tonight?
Maybe they said up next.
He's got a briefcase full of... It's like Anchorman. No touching of the hair or face.
Right?
Of course not. They're cutting each other's arms and shit off. Is Andrade single? That's the question that we need answered. Did they break up? T-Pain. I would assume that's a rapper, but it could be a singer. Chrysler. I don't know how they say it, but Bert Chrysler. Oh, he's not sweaty at all.
Ew. Gross. It's very oh, they're in Georgia. That makes sense. It's humid there. I'm like, is it really humid there? Yes, Dalethea, they're fucking Georgia. Of course it's humid.
All right, here comes Cody. The face of the franchise. One of the pillars. Got about 23 minutes left.
What? What? After this 10-minute entrance? Just kidding.
His entrance won't be that long, but...
Why does it have such weird music?
It's his entrance.
It's weird.
He's had the same music since...
Sophie says, this is sounding like another boring AEW Dynamite or something. I would flip the channels if I was watching it. I don't know why. It's just the same exact as WWE, basically.
Little more action, little less talking normally. They have been adding a lot more talking to their segments. But Cody's fireworks going off. And that's more than fireworks. He's got all sorts of pyro.
Atlanta, Georgia.
That's where he from.
He from Atlanta. And they're in Duluth. I don't know how far away that is from Atlanta.
No
I don't have any Georgia.
Oh shit, Andrade come up there and just attacked him.
People
Iron
says,
fell.
oh, well, that's...
Iron fell.
Oh my god, is
That
he
guy's
okay?
helping him up.
Oh shit.
That's his enemy that went to attack him.
Oh,
He's trying to get him up.
Pickle's like, oh, that's Teddy Pendergast.
He did. He got him up.
Rapper.
Now he's attacking him.
Oh, is he? He's
Yeah.
like, are you okay?
See?
like-
See him fighting?
Okay, now let's fight. Now that you're fighting.
He's like, oh my god, dude.
Who's Teddy Pendergrass?
Oh, I have no idea. Sounds like a cool
R&B
name.
and rapper? What? Who is that? So it's like at least Dynamite won't land on a major holiday like Christmas until 2026.
Yeah, I have no idea. I haven't looked that far ahead.
Pickle's like T-Pain is from Tallahassee.
Yeah. Old Tallahassee.
Why is there garbage? Oh, street fight. He threw garbage on him.
Yeah, he hit him in the head with a dumpster.
Who would want to fight in a shirt and a tie like that?
Well, I'd just grab him by the tie and just swing him around like Cesaro.
Like, people are touching him. It's kind of creepy.
What else are they going to do?
I don't know. Not touch people? Like,
Look at Cody's boots.
his America boots.
Oh!
He's like, all right, I got my America boots on.
Cody punching himself in the face.
He's like, "Rrr."
Oh, Cody's going to split him open. Look at his
What
back.
is wrong with his back?
He's got garbage on it or something.
What is on there? It's like his skin is coming off.
Like he got a sunburn.
What the
Oh,
fuck?
maybe he got a sunburn. I think it's probably from the garbage.
No way. No. It's like if you took your skin and you got, like, see, it's like peeling.
That's what I said. Oh, God. That might have split Cody wide open.
He usually bleeds a lot.
Yeah, he's like his daddy. Andrade taking it right to Cody. What a fantastic evening.
Completely.
Like, this is the way to
without
end your
words.
shit.
Yeah, end your
An
shit.
Atlanta street
So
fight.
it's like, how is LA Knight part of that old school team in War Games? Mm-hmm. Oh, that guy. He is peeling.
Yeah, it's a sunburn or
He
something.
got burnt and, like, his shit's coming off.
He's like, who needs some skin? Look, it's like, I got some Cody.
Did that person grab his skin?
I got some Cody. It's falling off everywhere. It's floating around.
Ooh, could you imagine?
I'd love to be front row. I'd put it in a Ziploc bag and clone him later.
Look at it. What is
See?
that? It's so... Is it?
That somebody was drinking a bottle of glue or something.
Like, that's nasty. Like, it's
I think it's a
so-
sunburn.
It's so gross.
It's too perfect up around his shoulders.
Like, for it to be something that got thrown on him?
I think so, because you can see the color difference
Right.
in his flesh.
I just kind of want... Hey, that person has his belt. I wonder if that was somebody who got it from him the last time he threw it.
Woo!
I just want somebody
Cody's
to,
all
like, rub
sorts
their
of pumped.
hand over it.
Right? Like, take a towel and just go,
Yeah. Oh, he's going to lose his belt. It's coming undone.
oh!
It's coming off.
Okay, whip him with it. Like Hogan used to do.
It's so creepy. It's very distracting.
He
Oh,
probably was spent too much
whoa.
time in the tanning bed.
Street fight, all right. So it's like, wait till Ronda shows back up on WWE television at some point, probably on the Road to Mania.
She isn't going to
Sure.
wrestle. She just had a baby.
I'm sure she's really going to get on that.
There's a whip. Do that again. Get some of that skin off there. Oh, he throws his skin up into the audience. Literally. Uh-oh. Andrade
Find
getting in the
his-
back. What was that? A
A
rope?
What is this, Clue?
He's got a rope and handcuffs. It's like his rape kit. He's on his way. He gets pulled over. It's like...
Where are you going tonight, sir?
Ted
Not
Bundy.
wrestling
Oh,
that.
shit. He hit him with a laptop. I wonder if that was a Chromebook.
It was probably a Surface Mac Pro.
It could have been. Look at again. Oh, right into the back. His rape kit.
And Sophie's letting you know that she really, or they like your
Oh, God.
Captain America pop socket on your phone.
I do have one of those.
They really like it.
How do they know I have it? Would I have my phone up or something?
Sometimes you do.
Probably true.
Taking pictures or making
Right.
stuff or whatever.
My FedEx guy likes it too.
Did you see your FedEx guy today?
Mm-mm.
Sophie says, isn't AEW home for dream matches?
It was tonight. We got to see Gunn against Sting. That's a dream match from the 90s. Badass Billy Gunn.
Vindicator says, Dalethea, you should get Travis a weight belt with body by stakes written on it for Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Right? It was like 2 days ago. It's been a year since Chadwick Boseman died.
I don't remember who that was.
I don't know who Chadwick Boseman is.
Is that a wrestler?
Andrade was trying to do a move. Oh, he made it. I might have hurt himself at the same time.
Oh, that's the guy from, what was that show called? It was a Marvel. Black Panther.
Oh, yeah, he died from cancer.
That was 2 years ago?
No, 2 days ago, it has been a year.
Oh. The old Google machine. Like, I was surprised when I was a kid that I knew anything.
I know, right? Like, how did we learn these things? Oh, yeah, they were called books. Encyclopedias and...
You had to, like, remember...
word-of-mouth crap.
You had to remember people, like, actors and shit that you liked.
Mm-hmm.
And you had to remember people's phone numbers. Nowadays, my phone goes out, I'm done.
He had duct tape in his bag, too.
It's
And
a
he
rape
really
kit.
did have a rape kit.
He had a computer with his child porn on it. He's like, I gotta get rid of this. Smash!
Tap Morris is in the chat.
Hey!
Tap Morrissey is in the chat. Hey, guy. And it says, hey, all. Hello. How's it going? Jacob Hagin is in the chat.
Hey.
Jacob. Chadwick
Good to see
is
everybody's
Black
show.
Panther. And
Yes.
Tap Morrissey says Chadwick was good. Vindicator says, Sophie, you ought to say stuff that Gab is not familiar with. LOL. Vindicator says books evolved into Google. Yeah, except for Google is not always truthful or true stuff either. So you have to be careful on the information you Google. And
I'm just glad that they
you
can't lie on the
believe.
internet. Because if you could lie on the internet, then half the information I know is false. I'm just glad they made that a mandate when they invented the internet.
No, Sophie says, with all the WWE free agents out there, they could start their own promotion. Jacob says, I'm thinking about going to the taping in January.
You know, and Ring of Honor and all those other companies, there's plenty of people out there that don't have a job.
Yeah. Anyways, what taping in January, Jacob, that you're thinking about going to? What taping? I know of nothing. What taping you talking
Cody
about?
is going to kill the guy right here.
He's like, I don't like you and your face. Andrade. Nobody likes Andrade's face.
He's going to do the crossroads right on the hardest part of the ring, which is on the outside apron. Outside of the ropes apron.
Yeah.
Oh, Andrade just booted him hard in the face. That was awesome.
Ouch.
I love
I'm
brutal
surprised
wrestling.
he hasn't bled yet.
I know, especially after earlier when he got kicked.
Mm-hmm.
Hit.
Picola says, I mean, former President Donald Trump was just in the chat. Nothing more true than that. I know, right?
Facts.
I mean, we have Michael Cole in here, too. I mean, come on. Quinn Lassie's in the chat says,
Hey,
hi,
Quinn.
what's going on?
Just watching some AEW Dynamite.
AEW.
You
We're
watching
on a
this main event?
commercial.
Cody Rhodes and Andrade.
Yeah, it's a commercial break, but it's a picture-in-picture. It's a Atlanta street fight, and Cody broke his arm. Chris says we need some tacks and a flaming table. I'm not sure that Andrade is too much into those.
They
kind of
don't
things.
do that in Atlanta. You're thinking of somewhere else.
You're talking Detroit.
That's like a Detroit street fight or
New Jersey.
Chicago street
Are you
fight.
sure it's not New Jersey? Vindicators like internet lies and conspiracies and cover-ups is a new one to me. I know, right? It's weird. Chris says, why is Cody wearing 4th of July colors? It's because his
He is
family
the
all about
American dream.
The American nightmare. Just kidding. Gwen says Cody Rhodes is awesome.
Andrade just throws a chair right on top of him. He's going
gonna
up top.
jump on him again like he did before.
Wasting time, though.
Yes, he's very tired and
The
sweaty.
risk versus reward
He
here isn't going to pay off.
He should have picked a different outfit to wear. I don't think.
I know, it's
that
like a
he
wet
could-
T-shirt contest.
Not in a good way.
Whoa!
like-
Oh, shit! Cody just launched a chair right up into Andrade's face.
Ouch.
Right into the puss. And Cody had spent too much time in the tanning bed and burnt his back. And now he's peeling, and it's kind of weird.
It's creepy. People think it was the garbage can, but
There's no
I've
way.
never seen something in a garbage can get thrown on somebody that would come out looking like that particular.
There's nothing out
It's
there.
kind of gross.
Unless somebody threw away some skin. It's a sunbird.
So unless what's his face from Silence of the Lambs was there.
Right. Buffalo Bill or whatever.
We
Put the
have
lotion
a
in the
problem. Oh, right in the kisser.
Right in the face. Cody hit him with a chain wrapped fist.
Chris was like, well, they did that in Philly. Well, you know why? Because it's Philly.
Yeah, Philly cheesesteak.
Piccolo says, I was washing
Philly
dishes,
street
and you
fight.
said rape kits like 3 or 4 times. I thought you may have changed it to Law & Order. No, Andrade had his rape kit. So earlier when he came down, he had a knife, and then he had this briefcase. But we didn't know everything he had in the briefcase. He stuck the knife in there, right? And then he started pulling out rope and duct tape, laptops.
Oh, handcuffs.
Handcuffs. We're like, Trump's like, oh, good thing he didn't get pulled over before he got there.
I'm a wrestler. Right.
Like,
Why do you have gloves on? I'm a wrestler. Why do you have a mask on? I'm a wrestler. But he doesn't speak English, so it'd be hard.
Okay.
Wrestling?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
As he's in prison.
Okay.
Okay. Boom! So Cody shoots outside of the ring, gets hit in the head with a steel chair. Look, they pilled up the floor.
Oops. Like,
Uh-oh.
they pilled up the floor like how somebody wants to pill Cody's back.
Right? Oh, Andrade flat down on that concrete.
Ouch.
There is no padding.
There's
That's
the
his
blood.
concrete. Yeah, he flew headfirst into a chair.
We were waiting for the blood. It finally happened.
Cody.
The film says, who is Cody Rhodes up against? That
Andrade.
would be Andrade El Idolo. The film says, sorry, I had to do some stuff around the house, but now I'm back. Oh, were you doing dishes also? That's what Piccolo was doing dishes. Jacob says, should I go to the
Kendo
taping and let you know when I am going to sit at? You should, and I don't know what
Absolutely.
taping you're going to, but yes.
Is it going to be an AEW tape? Oh! Triple H tribute right there. He's got a sledgehammer. Oh, no, he just threw it away.
Oh, he's like, no, this is too good. Too easy.
Oh, shit! A golden shovel.
Shovel?
I think that was in WWE also. Who's this guy? Oh, God, he just got hit in the head with a shovel.
Maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you should not sneak up on some people.
It's a
if
golden
they have a weapon.
Oh, Andrade!
He's like,
Wow.
had to stop.
I think he got the worst of that one. He like bounced off Cody. Chris says, did Tay Conte or Anna Jay come out tonight? No, Chris. Yes.
The only
Anna Jay was out there on stage
with the Dark Order for a minute, but they didn't wrestle.
They
or
didn't even
anything.
zoom in on her. She was just there.
The only women's match that was on tonight was Ruby Soho against Chris Statlander, and Ruby Soho won and is going forward with the tournament, and she'll be going up against Thunder Rosa.
And we did hear,
not Thunder
and
Rosa.
The transgender.
Yeah, that one. Anyways, CBP is in the chat. Hey, CBP, how's it going? And then here says Cody is going to earn his shower tonight. Hope he doesn't freak out my girl Brandy. Quinn says, I got my booster shot today. Sweet.
Woo!
Chris
all right,
says,
double knee.
Andrade rape kit.
Fuck, he hurt
plastic.
his knee. Hopefully he didn't break his kneecap or something.
Hopefully not. Film says, to be honest, I'm not a political type of
watch
person.
This. Now watch him. Oh, he still can't move his legs. He's like, fuck.
It's like, I hurt my feet.
Well, there's no padding on your knees.
Right.
Unless you have knee padding.
Yes.
2 and...
CBP's like, he is a child wrestler. Sophie says, do you think MJF is going to win that Battle Royale for the 3rd year in a row?
No, he can't.
There's no way.
I think CM Punk somehow gets involved in it and he gets thrown out. Because 3 years in a row would be fantastic. But then all of a sudden it's just MJF's Battle Royal. Which they could call it that going forward. But
right. Vindicator says rape kits could be found on eBay, I heard.
Oh my lord.
Did you look them up? Is that how you know? Because I wouldn't know.
That's pretty funny. I don't even know if I'd want that in my search history.
Right? Phil's like,
where's
be
my
honest,
VPN?
I'm not a politician type of person because I'm not interested or rather don't care, but Trump is the best president that we ever had. No, I just had to feed my cat. Wow, it was a long feeding time. Did you feed him?
Andrade, come on, dude. You got to push it out. It's like a puzzle. He has a low IQ. You push it out, flip the leg up, because he has to prop it in the corner.
Right.
But he can't because the legs are down. Push it out, pull the legs in, pull it down. It's an IQ puzzle. You know, a lot of people have an IQ about around 80, so
well,
wouldn't surprise me.
Right.
So Cody did go through the table, and it snapped.
Ooh, ouch, snapping. Sophie's like, Trump was the worst president we ever had. Great. Glad you guys have opinions about that. I don't give a shit. Stop your political crap in the chat. Thank you. Quinn says, Vin is Kim Kardashian. And as Piccolo says, what in the world? Exactly. Feels like if I had to guess, the women's matches for AEW, they ever been done. And Vindicator's like, all right, guys, I will see you for SmackDown in 40-something hours and many more minutes. Take care. Thanks, Vin. We'll see you on Friday.
Looking forward to it. Thank you for hanging out with us.
Wonderful, snarky comments. They make
He can't get those legs through. He got it stuck again. He's like, he's
telling him.
He's got to turn it upside down.
You got to turn it upside down. Cody's like, here, let me help you.
Oh, God. He did. They both set up a leg. Holy shit. He's like, Cody's like, oh, my God, dude, you're taking too much time.
Like, are you okay?
We are on a time limit crunch. We got 4 minutes left.
You have problems with your brain.
Poor Andrade.
As Pico says, BTS.
Oh, Cody got up! Oh, right in the groin. Oh, no. Superplex off the top rope through the table.
Vindicator's like, no, Quinn. And Sophie says, that's the dream match everybody wants to see. Sting versus Billy Gunn says nobody, never.
Right. Nobody even asked for it.
Like,
but we got it tonight.
Sophie says Chadwick was Black Panther, an actor. I think you're way, way behind, Sophie, but okay. Pico says, bye, Vindicator. Good night. Film says, weed. I'm not a weed kind of guy. I don't do drugs. Queen's like,
oh, shit.
Hot. That's all up to you. They're each to their own.
Who's this?
Chris says, I don't think Shaw
It's Brandy! Look, she's tagging the table.
What is she putting on there? She's setting it on fire?
Oh, there's the flaming table.
Oh, God.
The flaming table. His own wife's going to let him on fire.
Him? Yeah. There it goes.
It's a flaming table.
It's a real fire, my friends. It is a real fire.
Andrade's like,
it's a real
Cody's
fire in
it.
Cody real fire in Georgia.
Cody's on fire. Cody is on fire. Look at his leg.
He's literally on fire.
The referee's putting him out. Like, Cody, you're on fire. Cody wins it.
Wally's on fire.
Cody was on fire. Like, dude, you're on fire. Like, the referee's out there stomping on it.
He's like, okay, I gotta make sure this fire is out.
Like, Cody, you do realize that you're
on
fire. Like, his leg was on fire.
His boot was on fire. He had a piece of table that was on fire on him. Chris was like, I don't think Char approves of Andrade's rape kit. Well, according to the internet, they broke it up, so I don't think it matters.
Well, he has to get laid somehow now.
Sophie's like, how did you guys make it through school without the internet? It was called books.
Yeah, we had
they really existed.
I literally remember looking shit up. And here's the funnier thing. Think about how long it takes information to go from a brain into a book. Like, everything was outdated.
Right.
By the time we read it in high school, it was outdated. And I mean way outdated. Like, it was years old. Like, well, we can't replace the textbooks. Those cost money. Just teach them this.
Pico's like, well, already. Then Alita says, hey,
Look at
Alita.
See, Cody's in it now. Look at his leg.
Yeah, I know.
See
I
his
saw
boot?
it on fire. Yeah, I did. He had a piece of table on him that was on fire.
Andrade grabbed it off.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, you're on fire.
Dude, you've got fire on you. You're on fire. El fuego, el fuego. Let's see. Sophie says there are a lot of free agents that could make their own promotion, just like the Young Bucks and Cody did with AEW. Quinn says, all right, I'll see you all later. Kim Kardashian wrestling out. Bye. All right, bye, Quinn. Boom says, a flaming table, let's go. Pickle says, don't use matches in K. They didn't. They used a starter.
I think he's got a real burn on his back.
Like a real burn?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's what that is. Maybe he was
Practiced?
practicing and he literally has like a second-degree burn on his back from it.
See, he's got a blister right there.
Yeah, on his arm right there.
Right below, if they go down just
right
an
below
inch.
the black part. I saw it. It looks a different color. It looks pink. Anyways, let's see. Film says, no, that's how you make AEW extreme. Chris says, yeah, flaming table, son of a bitch. I knew it, LOL. Alita says, yes. Film says, Cody is on fire. She said, hey, a minute ago, but you must not have been listening.
Was it when somebody was on fire?
No, it was after. Sophie says, Chadwick died on August 20th, 2020, 2 days ago. It was his birthday. I got those dates confused. Oh, okay, cool. Alita's like, he was dazed, and Pico's like, I smell burnt hair. Sophie says, wow, Dynamite ending in a one-on-one match, not an 8 or 10-man tag like they usually do. Nope, it was done. Roberto's like, have a good night, and Alita's like, it's a tattoo.
Brother.
What's a tattoo, sweetie? The skin that's coming off of his back? No. That's not a tattoo.
That's just a red.
That is skin coming off his back. Anyways, all right, guys, that's the end of AEW tonight for Dynamite. It was a pretty good ending, that last match between Andrade Alidolo and Cody Rhodes was really good. It was a one-on-one Atlanta street fight, so they kind of were out in the crowd, did some crazy shit, started tables on fire, threw Andrade and Cody Rhodes himself through it, and Cody Rhodes won with pinning Andrade. So,
and we got to use the word rape kit.
Yes, we did get to use Andrade's rape kit tonight. It was very, very fascinating. I never know what to put in my rape kits, but now I do. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching AEW with us tonight. We really appreciate each and every one of you. We will definitely see you on Friday for SmackDown impeding any rape kit issues. All right, everybody. Thank you again. We love you all. Have a great night.
Thanks for watching Wrestle Gab. We will see you on Friday. Bye-bye.
Bye.